Hello, welcome to Raven Light Healing Meditations. I'm Brenna, and this is my 100-day Sit for Peace Mindfulness Meditation Challenge. Today is day 88, so let's get started. Today is the full moon in Scorpio, and it's also day 88 of my meditation challenge. Coincidence or not? Settle into your posture, sitting up straight, feeling relaxed and steady. Feeling the weight of your body supported by the earth. Letting the spine rise naturally, dropping the shoulders, releasing the jaw, and softening the forehead. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, relax. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming out to the parks like this because it feels like an exchange. Sitting under the moon and stars, being in nature. Receiving the healing energy of the trees, while also offering them the energy of my meditation. distraction. It's an opportunity to test your focus. in the present moment. Drawing your awareness inward and softening the edges of the day, bringing you home to this moment, right here and now. Today, I will once again sit with Dream 242, a journey from expectation through detachment into celebration. This is the key of cycles, of beginning and ending, of the stories we tell ourselves and the stories we release. Take another deep breath in. Let it softly fall out. Relax. Allowing an intention to form. May this sit open me to the fullness of the present moment. May I trust the timing of my life. May I meet each experience with presence and grace. at what you might call expectation station, waiting for the moment when everything would finally align, when I would feel ready, worthy, secure, successful, loved, or confident enough to begin living fully. The shadow of expectation whispers that happiness is somewhere ahead of you, just out of reach, waiting on the next achievement, the next relationship, the next version of yourself. Take a deep breath in and soften on the exhale. Expectation entangles our desires with our mind. And once desire becomes entangled with the mind's projection, the mind becomes fragile. It's easily disappointed, easily distorted, easily pulled out of the present moment. Bring your awareness to your breath. Feel the inhale. Feel the exhale. Notice where you feel the breathing sensation. Let the breath soften whatever arises. Breathing in and breathing out. The thing about expectation is that it narrows our field of vision and pulls us out of the living moment. It convinces us that we cannot be happy until something changes. Let us ask, where in my life have I been waiting for something to happen, myself to feel joy. What conditions have I placed on my own happiness? What future moment have I been postponing my life for? Where have I entangled my worth with an outcome? What am I afraid will happen if I let go of the timeline I imagined and just flow with life as it is? Breathe into the space around these questions and allow whatever wants to come to the surface. Shadow of expectation narrows down our field of vision and closes down the limitless potential of the present moment. It keeps us from seeing the the opportunities, the synchronicities, and support that are already here. For me, the lesson began with simply recognizing that I had expectations at all. Seeing the attachment and naming the desire. Noticing the story and realizing that the story was pulling me away from the truth of what was actually happening. Now breathe into your heart space. And ask yourself, what expectation have I been unconsciously carrying? What story have I been telling myself about how things should unfold? What would shift if I allowed myself to be happy now, even before anything changes? What if the present moment is already enough? Let the breath soften the edges of these questions. Expectation often arises from a lack of What would it feel like to release the timeline and return to presence? Let us soften out of expectation as we enter the gift of detachment. Detachment is a spacious and steady way of being that allows us to experience life fully without being pulled out of ourselves. Detachment is subtly different from distance, numbness, or withdrawal. It carries a deeper capacity to feel, to witness, and participate in life without being tangled with the mind's projections. Take a deep breath in and relax on the exhale. Detachment opens when you begin to see your expectations clearly. When you recognize the stories you've been carrying, the timelines you've been gripping, and the conditions you've placed on your own happiness. For me, this gift began to awaken the moment I realized I had expectations at all. The simple recognition created space. Space to see the present moment as it truly is, and not as I hoped it would be, not as I feared it might become, but simply what is. Bring your awareness to your heart space, feeling the breath moving there, and feel into the questions. What expectations have I recently released or outgrown? What opened up inside me when I let it go? What does presence feel like in my body right now? Let the breath expand your awareness. Detachment allows you to feel more intensely because you are no longer constricting your experience through the narrow lens of expectation. You're not trying to control the moment. You're allowing it. The gift of detachment invites you to develop a mind that is steady and stable. A mind that can observe emotions without becoming fused with them. A mind that can witness the full range of human experience without collapsing into the story. Ask yourself now, what emotion is present in me right now? Can I allow it to be here without needing to fix it? soften the space around the questions. The gift of detachment is rooted in trust. Trust in our life and in the timing of our own unfolding. It is the quiet confidence that every moment is connected to the moments before it and the moments yet to come. Gene Keys 42 describes life as a tapestry. Threads woven from past, present, and future. Each moment connected to the next in ways we cannot always see. With detachment, life begins to feel like a book. A book where you're the character, writing the story as you go along. And you're also the reader, fascinated and absorbed, never lost in the words or details. Take a deep breath in and relax on the exhale. Asking, what chapter of my story am I in right now? What themes are unfolding in my life? just as we are, and embracing our humanity. We find detachment through allowing our emotions to rise and fall without judgment. The more you accept yourself, the simpler life becomes. The more you trust life, the more spacious your inner world becomes. Allow the sound to carry the gift deeper into your body. Enter the city of celebration, a frequency that dawns when awareness becomes so spacious, so trusting, and so surrendered to the flow of life that the observer and the observed dissolve into one. Allow the breath to be soft and effortless. Just noticing its rhythm. Noticing where the breathing sensations feel most comfortable. celebration is more than an emotion. It is more than excitement or joy in the ordinary sense. It is a deep cellular recognition of the cosmic joke at the heart of existence. A laughter that rises from the place in you that has always known the truth. Gene Keys describes this city as the moment when awareness merges back into its source, pure consciousness. The moment when the one who watches and the one who lives become the same. Taking a deep breath in and relaxing on the exhale. Celebration arises when you begin to see that everything is constantly dying and being reborn. Every thought, every emotion, every identity, and every cell in your body. You are a passageway through which matter becomes energy, and energy becomes matter again. A river of transformation that has no beginning and no end. Imagine sitting beside a river, watching the currents move, each one disappearing from view as soon as it appears. This is the movement of life, a movement that isn't really movement, like a dance that isn't going anywhere, a flow that is endlessly renewing itself. And somewhere deep within, something begins to laugh. cosmic laughter that sees the meaninglessness and the magnificence of being human. This is not a mocking laughter, but a liberating one. A laughter that says, you were never separate. You were never behind. You were never late. You were always part of the whole. Let that truth settle into your body. Celebration is the sound of awareness playing with itself, the pulse of existence experiencing its own unfolding. Rest here in the quiet radiance of celebration. Allow the breath to deepen as your awareness sinks deeper into the body. Bring your awareness back to your heart space and notice what feels different now. Even if it's just a small shift. If it's as simple lightening or softening. And ask yourself, what expectation dissolved in this meditation? What truth revealed itself to me? Where am I being invited to trust more deeply? can I celebrate in myself right now, exactly as I am? And now, I would like to offer gratitude to my friends and family, to everyone following my journey, and to everyone on earth for being alive at this time. Thank you. And my wish for you is that you will find enough goodness in others to believe in a world of peace. And that is the end of day 88 of my Sit for Peace Mindfulness Meditation Challenge. Thank you, and may you find true peace and happiness in your human journey.